Hi, Demi Alexandra, Olive Benson. How are you doing? Thank you so much for liking. I'm trying to fix my power bank in order for me, and I have to mute this video because there is an ice cream man passing, and that song there can, make YouTube to give me a warning strike. So I'm sorry. Let me mute the video. When it's off, I'll on it back. Hi, Damian Alexandra Odley Benson, Gemini Sin. How are you doing? Yeah, you said Joy. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just trying to mute the mic because of the background. There is an ice cream man in front of my house, and the background, if you can hear me very well, is playing, and I don't want YouTube to give me strikes. So I'm sorry that I have to mute it. Please excuse me. Yeah, hi, good afternoon. I had to come to the backyard because there's an ice cream man, as I said earlier on, in front of my house, and I can't talk because of the background. That's a kind of ice cream song. I also have I've seen it on YouTube here, so I'm just trying to be very careful so that I'll not get a strike. So that's good afternoon and welcome to my life. I still remain Joy. How are you doing? Today's a Sunday, and where are you watching me from? I don't want to say hello to everyone, so I can see some people have already said hi to me. Someone has said hi to me. His name is Dam Damian. Damian Alexandra Olive Benson Geminis. Yeah. How are you doing, Damian? Where are you watching me from? You said Joy. Yeah, I'm Joy. You can call me Jito. You can call me Joy. I do not understand the last one you said. How is a Sunday? Did you go to church today? And where are you watching me from? Doesn't seems to be English language. So let me know where you're watching me from. So you can still hear the song. The what's it called? The ice cream song. So I'm going back to the front of my house. The guy is still there. So I just have to stay here. So how is everything? good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. Oh my goodness. So good afternoon. I'm inside my room. I think I can actually manage here, but the sound is very high outside. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Um, Damian, Alexandra, Olive, Benson. You said Porfis. What's Porfis? Let me know what Porfis is. So anyway, thanks for joining my live stream. I still remain Gito. You can also call me Joy. And if you have to sponsor, if you want to sponsor, you want us to work, for sponsorship, actually, you can actually contact me on my email, which is joyitobe, joyitobe, joyitobe at gmail.com. And also, if you want for advert, brand, and anything like that, you can contact me. So how are you doing today? It's a Sunday and I'm sweating here in Lagos, Nigeria. I just came in from church, not quite long. How is your place? Where are you watching me from? Let me know, yeah, in the comment section. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. And do not forget to click on the notification button in order for you to get notified when there's a new video upload. Now I'm staying in front of beside the window in my room because outside is a bit noisy with the ice cream man and with the sound there, which is a kind of poem, and I do not want YouTube to give me that strike. So I'm just trying to like warning strike, and I don't want that. So I just try to like come into the house here and stay here, and I'm really sweating because there's no light here. So give this live stream a thumbs up. How are you doing? Let me know how you're doing today. And one more time, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Princess. Please let me bring the hand fan. Good evening. Depending on where you are watching me from, you can call me Joy. You can call me Gito. It depends on what you want to call me. Yeah. Let me have it. So I was on live streaming on my other channel some time ago. So that should be last week, and someone asked me when I said there was no light. I think the person was from one of these European countries. The other, this thing, the other one is outside. You want to say hello to me? Yeah, come on, say hello. So my daughter wants to say hello to you guys. Say hello. Say hello. Hello. So, I was on live stream and a person asked me when I said there is no light here in Lagos, Nigeria, and someone asked me that how do I take my bath? How do we take our bath here in Nigeria? And I think the person who asked the question is from Europe. I hope you can see me. Yes, it's from one of those countries. I don't want to mention the name of the country. And I was so surprised simply because I said there has been no light in my area for like 2 days or so. Then that was last week. And he asked the question, how do we take our bath? What about water? How do we go about water? And do we take our bath and everything? Ha! In this 21st century, someone is asking such a question. I know the person may not understand, but even me that have not been to Europe before, I won't dare ask such a question. Honestly, I'm going back outside now. So I won't dare ask such a question because I know that, yeah, I'm back outside. The man has left. That those people, when they're selling ice cream like this, you'll not be able to, sit down and all the kids will just gather them because it's ice cream, all the small ice cream that they sell. I hope you can see me, or should I stand up? If you cannot see me, tell me. So I was on live stream and this guy asked me if when I said there was no light, and he said, how do people go about water? I said water. Okay, are you saying that like do you people have water? I said yes, we have water now. in my own area where I live, we have borehole actually. So in this is I live in Lagos, somewhere around Alimosho. If you know Alimosho very well, yeah, if you are very if you are staying in Lagos and you know Alimosho local government, it's one of the biggest. In fact, it's the biggest local government in Lagos State. Though they say some people say it's the poorest, I don't know about that, but it's the biggest local government. It covers um a lot of local governments, a lot of places here, Ijegun, Ikotun, Yanopaja, down to Ijaye, Agbado Ijaye. If you are very good, if you are conversant with Lagos, routes and everything, if you have been to Lagos before, so it covers a lot of places here in Lagos, Nigeria, and I stay in one of these places here. And here we used to have borehole. Excuse me, we have borehole here in Nigeria, in this part of Lagos. Some part of Lagos where I stayed, where I grew up in Mushin, Bakwaja Mushin. So if you have been to Mushin before, or if you have stayed in Mushin, you understand. So I grew up in Mushin, but I live here now. We own the house here. And this guy asked me, if how do we go about water? I told him, I said, water. Well, we have water. I don't know how it works over there in Europe, but here we have water, and everybody have their own borehole in their house. So what we do is to use generator to pump water into the GP tank in order for us to use it. So most people, they have generator here. So when I told him that there was no light for some days, that there's been no light, so he was so worried that how do we go about water? And I told him that that's how we go about water. And he said, okay, what about bathing? Now, if there's no light, do you people have, I don't know whether he doesn't understand that. I'm sure this GP tank is almost all over the world. I don't know how they run their water there, but here in Nigeria, Africa, Nigeria, and where I stay, we have borehole. You pump your water into your GP tank, and after that, you can go and take water from there, from the tap, and take your bath. So we take our bath every day, because I was so surprised that in this 21st century, someone can actually ask me such a question. And the person is from Europe, actually. Yes, he's from Europe. The person who asked me this question, how do we take our bath? We are not living on top of trees here in Africa. This is Africa. This is Nigeria. And this is Africa. It's a civilized continent also. It's not a bush. Because I was so surprised when he asked, how do we take our bath if there is no light? There doesn't have to be light before you get water. If you don't have water in your compound, even here in Lagos, if you don't have water in your compound, you can still go and fetch water in somebody else's compound. Some people, they have well, and some people, they sell water here, yes, where you can go and buy a bucket of water with 50 naira or so if you do not have water in your compound. But mostly where I stay here in Lagos, they have water. There's water here where I stay in Lagos. They have water. We have water here because people have boreholes. And some people that have been here, some landlords that have been here for very long periods. Some people came here 1973, some came in the 70s actually. They've been living here, and they have those ones, they did well actually. They dug well, because then there was no much you know they didn't know much about boreholes. But we that came later on, we've been here now for like some 2 decades or so, and we did borehole. We did not without we drilled borehole. We did not dig well, because me personally, I don't even like what's it called, I don't like well in the compound. But those people then that came earlier, the early settlers here, they did well. So if you do not have water, or you don't have generator to pump water in your house, you can go to your neighbor. If your neighbor have a well, they have a well in their compound, and ask them for water, they will give you. In Africa here, in Nigeria, we do not we don't water is not very difficult to get, by the grace of God. So even if you are staying in the village, you can go to the stream and get water. So we take our baths every day. I just want to correct that person who asked, how do we take our bath? When I said on live stream, one of my channels, that there has been no light for some days, for 2 days to be precise. That was last week. And this particular person actually said it's from Germany. I didn't want to mention the country. He said it's from Germany. And he asked, how do we go about bathing? Do we take our bath every day? Of course we do. We're not monkeys. We don't live on the trees. That was I don't know where they got that from actually. But Nigeria and Africa is a civilized continent where you come. We have skyscrapers. We have good roads. Even when everywhere, some places are, we still have it. We enjoy. At least you can see that you're watching me from your phone, or maybe from your computer, because we have internet here in Africa. So please, I don't know where you got that idea from, or where you got that from, that maybe how we don't take our baths every day. We do. There's water here. Whether there's light or not, you usually get water from somewhere. I hope I've been able to correct that. Please, let's not get, because I used to watch some will I call it, I don't know how to put that. There's this some of this, a kind of show whereby they ask some of this, people from Europe, some part of Europe, do you know Africa? And they'll tell you that, okay, they can just say, where do you know in Africa? And the next thing they will tell you, they just assume that Africa is a country. Oh my goodness. Honestly, it's so funny. I don't know. They assume that Africa is a country, not a continent. A continent is where you have a lot of countries comprised together. But they assume that Africa is just one country. And they'll tell you that um, they know, they can say they know, let me give you a capital, like they know Abuja, for instance. They don't know that there's West Africa, there's South Africa, there's East Africa, and there's also other parts of Africa. They do not know that. So they just assume Africa is a country. In this 21st century, I think, I don't know, maybe they don't travel far or so. I have not traveled out of Africa before, but even at that, I can still say we were taught about some other continents that we know. When we can say that we have 7 continents, we know about that one. And even I watch a lot of their movies from Bollywood to Hollywood, and I also read, actually, I make research to know about particular places in outside Africa and also within Africa. So why would I now say, how do we take our bath? I mean, it doesn't sound well. I actually felt somehow that day that, what does this guy mean that, what do we, no, he didn't mean any harm actually, but I was like, what does it mean by, because I said there is no light, there's no light for 2 days, means that I'm not taking my bath. I mean, it's somehow funny to me. So I was so surprised though, honestly. So have you had such an experience before? Because it's not maybe these people think, that, we live on the tree here in Africa. We don't. Africa is a big continent. I think it's the second largest. In fact, it's the second largest continent, and we are blessed, just like any other person, any other continent around the world. So please, we take our bath here in Africa, and we are very okay. Okay, it's just that our leaders now, one thing or the other. Because ideally, we are supposed to have light, but I don't want to go into politics. I don't want to speak about politics. I don't talk about politics. We understand what is going on. But the point now is that you still find good roads. It's just because I didn't show you one of the roads that is under construction when I was coming from church, very close to my church. So we still have good roads here in Nigeria. There are some parts here in Lagos. I want to be specific about Lagos, about Lagos, because I grew up here in Lagos, and I know almost everywhere in Lagos, actually. This is where I grew up. So I know almost everywhere. I've been to almost everywhere here in Lagos. Yeah. So you have different places in Lagos. You have the places where we have the rich and everything. That's what they call Banana Island, Lagos Island, and some other parts of Lagos there. Then coming down to Ejuolegba, Yaba, the middle class. You have the upper class, middle class, and you have the lower class. So it's still like that till now. That's what happens. So you come down to Ejuolegba, all those areas. Those are the middle class. Then you come down to Mushin. It's also middle class. You find some middle class there. Coming towards Mushin to, what's it called, towards Mushin to, from, maybe you even cross that bridge, Lagos Laspotech Bridge, and you are coming towards Ejigbo. You still have a little bit of middle class here. Coming to Alimosho, let me not lie, Alimosho is they said is one of the poorest, and I think it's one, because when I was staying in Mushin, it's quite different. When we're staying in Ojuelegba, it's quite different from here. A lot of things are expensive here, and people do not have much here. Yes, and when a community where you don't have, in fact, there's nothing like industrialization here. There are no industries here where I stay. The only job you get easily here, even when you're a graduate, is teaching job. You have a lot of schools here, private schools here, where you can just go and apply, and the salary is very little. It's very little. People moved in here, this Alimosho area, because cheaper houses. They can afford cheaper houses here compared to outside where you go to, all those Surulere, Here you can get 2-bedroom flats here. Just if I said like 2 bedroom self-con here for 250,000, 300,000 naira per annum here. But outside you get it for like 600, 800. Moving to the island, you can get it for 2.5, 3.5, 1.5. It depends on where you want to stay on the island. So most people, the masses are not that people don't have money, so they will decide to rather come to this area where they can get it cheap. So that's why I see a lot of people here in Alimosho, they don't have money much. They're not on the middle class, or even the upper class. So they came purposely they came towards this area because of cheap house rents here. 350 to get, or 300, 250, 300, or 350 to get 2 self-con. And if you see the rooms and the parlor, very tiny room, very small parlor, tiny parlor and small rooms. So, so most people again came rather to purchase land here, because then when we came in here 2002, it was cheaper. Then it was 800,000 naira to get half plot of land, and it was 1.5 million naira to get a full plot of land. Then you can even get some that's in a very good area where it's not swampy, where it's not like this area we stay now. It's not that swampy. It's a bit close to the road. But some areas here in this place I stay, you have the swampy area. You can still get for 1 million naira or below. But now, if you want to purchase a plot of land in this place I stay, Kotu Ijegun, you'll be getting up, you should be having up to 12 million naira or 30 million naira to get a plot of land, because things has become expensive, and there are no more lands, vacant lands to sell. So this is what people do. If you own a plot of land here, I've seen a lot of people do that. They'll split it. They can split it and sell a portion of the land to another person because of the economy. It wasn't like that before. People don't sell their land. They don't split their land or sell a portion of their land before. But these days I find a lot of them, they sell some portion of the land to other people, so in order for them to have money. And if you want to get quarter portion of land here in Kotu Ijegun, you're going to be having nothing less than I think it's 6 million naira to get a quarter plot of land, a very good land where when it's raining there will be no flood, and everything will not, your house will not start sinking. Because I know a place here in Ijebu here that if the house started sinking, because it was not a very solid ground, it was what's this thing called, a swampy area, and it wasn't a good place to build a house. So they had to sand fill in order for them to get a solid foundation before they were able to renovate that place. And even though when it's raining, there are a lot of pipes that they had to connect all around in order for them to have the water flushing out, water flushing out of the compound. Otherwise, it will just be stagnant there, and it will not benefit them. They will not be able to go out. People that are going to work cannot go to work. So in Africa, we take our bath. We are not dirty. We take our bath every day, and we eat everything. Those things that you eat over there, most of them, if you can afford it, you can eat. Is it pizza? Is it anything? We name it. We have it here. It may not be much, but it may be. You may have to walk far to get it, but we have it here in Nigeria. We eat apple and every other thing. So please, that person that asked the question, if we how do we take our bath? It didn't mean any harm actually. We do take our bath here in Africa and in Nigeria. I do take my bath, and people do take their bath. We have water. We don't pay for water here in Lagos. For here, like where I stay here, we don't pay for water. All you need to do is to get your borehole. You get, if you own the land, you drill it. You get people to drill it for you, and you get your water there through your borehole. Pump it into your container. I can show you the container. Let me start the video. That's the container there. That's the water container. So you just pump your water, and you have the borehole somewhere there, very far from this place. So that's it. That's all you need to do, and you get water. So I don't know how it works in Europe. I hear that they pay money for water differently. Even here in Nigeria, when I was staying somewhere we were staying before we moved in here, we do pay money. We do pay for water. That was then actually. I don't know about now. Water corporation, they will have to be the one to supply water to our house. But here, since we moved in here, all you need to get is to just drill your borehole, and you get water from there. I hope I've been able to clarify that in Africa is a good continent. If you want to visit, someone asks, if I want to visit Africa, I hope it's safe. Where is safe in Africa? That's where the person asked, and I told him there is nowhere that is safe and there's nowhere that is not safe. It depends. You understand? I know you want to say somewhere, some places are safer than some places. I wouldn't know everywhere. Yeah, a place that is safe for me or that is safe for someone else may not be safe for you. It depends on what your safety, what you mean by safe. But the general term of being safe, like where is safe, is I understand. But when you say a place that is safe, I don't know what. Maybe you have something that you are trying to hide from or run away from or something. So it depends on your opinion, on your what you mean by where is safe. So you understand? So if you want to come to Africa, Lagos is safe in Nigeria, and other parts also they are safe. Only God can keep us safe, actually. So I hope I've been able to explain this little, that we take our bath here in Africa with a bath where. So that Igbo man, when they ask me, say, share with a bath, yes. And the water they where to bath, yes. In my own area, water day, we get borehole, we get well, and then they give us light in the evening. I'm just trying to speak pidgin so that people will understand more too. So they give us light in the evening. We have light in the evening, and sometimes it can be the whole day. Like now, there's light now. Yeah, It's light now. So it depends on the rationing actually. The ration is light. So sometimes they can be light, sometimes they may not be light, things like that. So I hope I've been able to explain to everyone. Or even when they watch me, anyone they watch me from Europe, from America, from everywhere, we dey get life for here. I will not live for inside bush, we live for inside house. Inside house. We stay in the house, we have buildings built with bricks. Yeah. Our buildings are built with bricks. That's how it is in Africa, in Nigeria to be specific. I've not been to any part of Africa. Okay, yes, I've been to only one part of Africa actually. But and I see that it's the same building that we have here. So we build our houses with bricks. Yeah, with bricks, so, and not with it depends on the, I don't want to say, some people, I don't know, but here we build our house with bricks. Yes, with block, I mean blocks, not bricks. Some people use bricks actually, it's block. So we have houses, we don't stay in the bush, and we take our bath every day. We eat food, we cook our food, we don't eat it raw. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I've shouted this afternoon. I'm so tired. That's why that's why I don't want to yell any longer. When I was in the church, I was singing on top of my voice. So that's what we do. We use plates to eat. Plates, like plates we use chop. We don't eat with our hands. We don't put the food on our hands. So we put it inside plates. Because I've been asked a lot of questions about how we live. Someone was even saying that, do we, yes, this plate matter. Somebody asked if we use plate to eat on live stream, and I was like, so I don't understand. So if we don't use plate, what are we going to be doing? Someone also asked if we cook our food or we just eat it raw like that. We're not apes, for crying out loud. As in, like, not that, how to put this thing. We're not animals, we are humans. We have gas cooker, we have stoves, and some people still use charcoal. So why would we cook our food? We don't eat our food raw. We eat our food, we cook it. You cook your food before you eat it. We go to school, we have schools here. Yeah, we have schools here. We read about your continent, about Europe, about America, about Asia, about what was this place called? They're all Asia actually, South America and everything. We teach our kids, even little kids, they know about it. So we don't live in the past. We're living in the present. Yeah, and this is Africa, the 21st century. It's quite different from the Africa. I don't know where you got that picture, that painting of that kind of picture that Africa, I don't know what people think about it. Some of you, actually not everyone, but it's not like that. I'm just trying to explain and to clarify that it's a good place. If you want to visit Africa, you don't need to be scared. You can make an inquiry quite alright, but you don't have to be scared. And if it's Nigeria, pick any country you want to visit. Yeah, you don't need to be scared. So I want you to like this live stream, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you are not subscribed, please do subscribe, and also click on the notification button. Click on the notification button in order for you to get notified when there's a new video upload. That's the bell. The bell you see there. Just click on it. Bam, bam, like this, and you get notified when there's a new video upload. Did you go to church today? If you are a Christian, did you go to church today? And if you are not a Christian, what have you been doing? Yeah, it's a Sunday, and it's, let me check the time from my phone here. It's 3:25 p.m. Yeah, 3:25 p.m. So, do you want to say hi? Do you have any opinion for? Do you have any suggestion rather for this channel? Let me know if you have a suggestion. I'm holding my phone, and it's actually aching me. My tripod stand got broken when I wanted to record some time ago, and some days ago actually, and I've not repaired it. I'll try and repair it. So I still remain Jito. You can call me Joy. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? Where are you watching me from? Someone said I used to smile a lot. It's good to smile. My brothers, my sister, smiley, smile. You can, if someone gets you angry, if you know you want to show it, fine. If you want to walk away, no problem. It's not every time you keep quiet, but at the same time, you just have to walk away if you know it's something that's going to harm you, maybe your mental health and everything. And at the same time, it's good to smile. My dears, it's good to smile. Smile. No matter what, smile first. Be happy first. There's this song I like. The landlord say, I don't know the song very well. I hope my voice is okay. The landlord says your rent is still don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. So um, that's what I have to share with you. Be happy, don't worry, and stay safe. It's a new week. Happy new month. I didn't even say happy new month before now. Oh my sorry. My bad, my bad. Emma Bino, Emma Bino. Don't vex. Anyway, oh, I'm sorry. So, happy new month to everyone. And I pray this month to be a blessing for everybody. And as we're seeing the end of this month, shall see the end. I see many, many more months, many, many more years, and many, many more decades. Our life shall not be cut short. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I'm praying for everyone. And stay safe out there. Be happy with yourself. Maybe I'll come live later on, maybe like an hour from now to make my hair so you guys can see it. So now, thank you so much for joining in, and also and watch my video. If you want me to, you can also follow my other socials. My Facebook profile. I have two Facebook actually, two Facebook profiles. So you can follow me on my Facebook profile, Joy Joi Tobe Tob Joy Jo Tobe Tob. That one of my, and the other one is Ore Ohe Ore. That's also one of my Facebook. Then my Facebook is Jito. That's my Jito J. This Jito channel. There's just Jito also, and you can also follow me on TikTok on Oruhe Ore. You can follow me on Instagram Oruhe Ore also. Ore is an Edo name actually. Yeah, that's my Edo name. My Edo name is Ore. Oruhe, and it simply means joy, blessing, happiness. Yeah. Joy, blessing, happiness. That's what Ore means. So it's an Edo name. In case you're wondering, what's the meaning of Ore? Yeah, that's the meaning of Ore. That's an Edo name, and that is my name. So it's one of my channel's name. My name is Ore. You can also call me Joy. Still mean joy. Still mean peace, actually. Yeah. So thanks for joining in. I love you all, and have a blissful afternoon. Maybe I'll come live. Maybe new. So watch my videos, subscribe to these channels, and stay safe. Thanks.